Good morning to all of you. In the previous class, okay, we have started with helical gear, okay, problem when the center distance is given. And up to this, that is induced stress, we have calculated, okay, whatever the further stress is, that is dynamic load, you need to, you need to calculate, okay. And after calculating the dynamic load, next you need to calculate the wear load. Okay, if you calculate that, if the wear load is greater than the dynamic load, then the design will be safe. Okay, we'll proceed with this. After calculating the induced stress, next we need to calculate phase width. I think phase width is calculated. Can anyone tell me phase width? Okay, it is taken. Okay, this is from the data book you have taken. Okay, as we know that phase width B is equal to 20 mn. Okay, whatever this 20 is nothing but the K value, or this equation is there in the data and book. Okay, from that I have taken that, and now you need to substitute the value of mn. Okay, this 20 into mn is nothing but m cos beta. This is also there in the data and book. Substitute the values. 20 into what is the value of m? Module is 5 into cos. What is the helix angle which is given? It is 17.5. Okay. From this, tell me the value of B. Do the calculation. Okay. From this, I am going to get it as 54.8 mm. Okay. Sorry. Just tell me how much you will get.
95.37.
95.37. Yes. 95.37. Okay. This is the value of phase width. Okay. But from the equation, okay, you have to take the optimized phase width. Okay. I've written this equation number in the previous problem. Directly, I will be writing that optimized phase width. Optimized phase width B is equal to 1.1 pi m divided by tan beta. Substitute the values. 1.1 is 1.1. 1.1 into m is 5 into 5 divided by tan. Helix angle is given as 17.5. Substitute all the values and find out the B. How much you will get phase width optimized? 54. Yes, good. Okay, after that, as you have calculated the value of induced stress and allowable stress, from that, how much the allowable stress, induced stress you have got? It is 20.222 divided by allowable stress multiplied by the phase width which you obtained. It is 95.37. Okay. Therefore, B is equal to 20.224 divided by allowable, it is 34.312 multiplied by the phase width, it is 95.37. From this, you are going to get the B value. How much is the B value?
56.2.
Okay. Can anyone tell me what we have done in the previous problem? Here you obtained the face width, optimized face width are 54.8 and one more is 56.213. Which one you are going to select?
The larger value.
Larger value. Okay, I'm getting the answer from the same guy. Okay, Shashank, any other students? Prashant, Ane Osur,
Yes, sir.
which value you are going to select?
The larger value.
Larger value. So always you have to take the larger value, optimize face width and this B value in that whichever is larger, okay, that value has to be selected. Okay, from this, the larger value is B is equal to 56.213 mm. Okay, this is the selected value. Okay. After finding a face width, next step, what you need to calculate? You need to calculate the dynamic load. Okay. Dynamic load, it is denoted by FD. FD is equal to, okay, this you have to take it from equation 2.26a. Okay, all of you note down that dynamic load equation 12.26. Okay, in that, if you see the equation, okay, 12.26a equation, in that first you need to calculate the value of FT. Already we have done, we have calculated the value of FT. Okay, next is you need to note down the K3. Okay, can anyone tell me what is the value of K3 from the data handbook? In the data handbook only this K3 value is given below equation 12.26. How much is the value?
20.67.
20.67.
20.67. K3. K3 you got it. Next is C. C is nothing but dynamic factor. Okay, how you are going to get the dynamic factor? How you have obtained the dynamic factor C? In the previous problem, what I have done? To obtain C,
Table number 12.14.
C value is 12 point. How you are going to obtain dynamic factor C, capital C? Can anyone answer? The previous class we have discussed. In that we have taken C is equal to E divided by K1 in bracket 1 divided by E1 plus 1 divided by E2. Okay, you can calculate that, or when you're solving helical, okay, you can calculate the dynamic factor using the table. Okay, to calculate C, you have to use table number 12.2. All of you open this 12.2, page number 236. Okay, all of you open that page number 236. Yeah, see here, K3 it is given 12.67. You have to take it this, and for C you have to find out the dynamic factor, that is 12.12. I think I have written as 12.2. We'll check what is the table number. Yes, it is 12.12. Okay, from this table you are going to get the value of dynamic factor. Okay, before finding that you need to calculate the error. Okay, how you are going to calculate the error? E. First you have to calculate the error, then only we'll get the dynamic factor. See here in the row you can see that error in a gear. Okay, these are the errors. From that you can calculate the dynamic factor. Okay, it is there in the next table 12.13. Okay, you can see that this has to be 12. not 12.12, page number 236. Okay. Now, how much module you obtained? How much is the module obtained?
5.
5. Okay. In table number 12.3, module obtained is 5. Okay. For that, in this, they have not given which type of gear it is. I will assume it as class 2. Class 2 gear, and the error which is obtained from that is 0.0277. Okay. From table number 12.33, I have obtained the error E. Okay. From this only, you need to substitute that here. Okay. Whether 0.0277 is there in this table 12.12, you can see that 0.01 is there. After that 0.02, next number is 0.03. Okay, for 0.02 you will get the values, but we wanted E is equal to 0.277. Can anyone tell me how to calculate that? If you don't know that, this is how you can calculate the C. I've written that. Okay, and when module is equal to 5, okay, and we are going to assume class 2 gear, okay, and from table 12.13, that is page number 237, okay. From this, you are going to get the value of error. Therefore, error E is equal to 0.0277. Okay. And when you see the table number 12.2, to find out the dynamic factor, whether the error should be 0.01, 0.02, the next one is 0.03, but in between value it is not there. Okay. Can anyone tell me how to calculate that? Can anyone tell me how to calculate?
Interpolation method.
Yes, that is good. You can use the interpolation method. Okay. Now, whatever the material is given, both are steel, correct? For steel, and whatever the alpha angle is there, it is 20-degree FDI gear. Okay. From this, I will be using the interpolation method. Therefore, this is E and this is C. Okay. For 0.02, but our value is 0.0277. For 0.02 error, the material is steel, and whatever the angle is there, it is 20-degree, correct? For 20-degree and error is 0.02. How much is the value? Error is 228.9. All of you getting this? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
note down that. For 0.02, the error which we have obtained is 228.9. Okay, but for 0.0277, whatever the error which we have obtained, for that we don't know the value. That is, okay, you put it as X. For this, we don't know the dynamic factor. This is the dynamic factor when error is 0.02. For 0.0277, we don't know that. Okay, cross multiply this. From this, you are going to get the value of X. Therefore, X is equal to 228 or 0.0277 multiplied by 228.9 is equal to x into 0.02 is equal to x into 0.02. I will take this x to the right hand side, will go to the denominator, it is 0.02. From this, you are going to get the dynamic factor. How much is the value?
317.
317.03. Okay, this is nothing but, this x is nothing but what is C, correct? Dynamic factor. Therefore, dynamic factor C is equal to 317.03. Okay, now you obtained the value of C in equation 12.26a. Substitute all the values. Okay, one of you tell me the values. I'm going to substitute all the values. FD is equal to, what is the first value? See the equation 12.26a. How much is the FT value? How much is the FT value which you obtained? It is 2984.375 plus. After that, what is the next value? Any one of you see the data and book and tell me that. What is the value next is? Which you need to substitute?
K3.
K3. How much is the value? 20.67. 20.67 multiplied by. After this, which value is there? Which value is there? After K3, which value is there? Or which term is there?
V.
V value. After K3, V is there. I substitute the value of V, 6.283. After that, next is C. So calculate the value of C, 317.3 multiplied by, next is B. It is 56.123 into cos square beta, it is 17.5 plus after that, which value is there? FT, correct? 2984.375 multiplied by cos beta, 17.5. This is divided by this is cos 17. After that, next is 20.67 into 6.283 plus root of C. Substitute the value of C multiplied by B, 56.21, 56.213 into cos square beta, it is 17.5 plus 29, that is FT value. From this, tell me the value of FD. Any one of you calculate this and tell me the value of FD. How much is the value of FD? Otherwise, already I have calculated. I will substitute that. It is 11,837.979 Newton. Okay. After this, next you need to calculate the wear load. This wear load, it is denoted by FW, is equal to, you have to use equation 12.26c. It is D1BQK divided by cos square beta. This is equation 12.26c. I will show you equation 12.26c. Yeah. 12.26, yes. This is the VR load. FW is equal to D1BQK divided by cos square beta. Okay. In this case, how to calculate the D? You can use this equation 2 D2 divided by D1 plus D2, or 2Z2 divided by Z1 plus Z2. And here you can see that for the condition, okay, if the design has to be safe, means wear load has to be greater than the dynamic load. Okay, I can use that, substitute the values. Okay, therefore Q is nothing but it is 2D2 divided by D1 plus D2. Substitute the values, D1, D2 values. D1 is 100, D2 is 200. Substitute the values and tell me the value, whether whatever written is correct or not. 1.33, all of you getting? Any one
Yes,
of you
sir.
getting the same
Yes, sir.
value? Okay. For design has to be safe, or for a satisfactory design, whatever the wear load is there, it has to be greater than or equal to the dynamic load. Then only the design will be safe. And we know that whatever the wear load is there, this is the formula. Substitute that. D1. How much is the D1? It is 100 into B. It is 56.213 into Q. Q is 1.33. 1.33. K value we are not calculated. Write it as K only. Because in this you need to calculate the K value, then only will get the wear load. Divided by cos square beta, it is 17.5 is equal to FT. FT already it is calculated. It is 11837.979. Here you can see that this is the FT which we have calculated. Substitute that, and from this you are going to get the value of K. Can anyone tell me how much is the value of K? K is equal to, I am getting it as 439. Please cross check this. Whatever the value I have written, it is correct or no. Any one of you cross verify that? K value is correct, 1.439.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Next, once you get the value of K, okay, here you can see that in the data book, they have given which table you have to refer to find out the standard K value. It is already given in that. Okay, you have to see which material is given to you. Okay, which material is given? Both the material are made up of steel, correct? Both are steel. Okay, whatever the K value which you obtained for 20 degree, for 20 degree you have to select the K value here. This is the K value, that is load stress factor. In this, I can see that 1.344 is there, 1.34. After that, the next value is 1.599. But whereas our K value, we have obtained it as 1.439. Whether it is available in the data book? whether it is
No.
available or
No.
not. It is not
No, sir.
available. Means you have to take the next value. That is 1.599. Okay, according to that, you have to select the materials here. Not select, you have to cross verify the pinion and the gear. Both are made up of steel. Means I can take 1.599. All of you getting this? If the materials are not same, for example, here you can see that. For example, if one is steel, other one is nickel cast iron. Okay, after that here the value is 1.442. I can select this. When you have to select this, when the pinion is steel and the gear is nickel cast iron, then you have to select this. Okay, whereas the K value I have obtained it as 1.439, but pinion and gear material is steel. That's why I will be taking 1.59. Any of you have any doubts in this? Why I have selected this value? Or you understood? Any one of you reply?
Understood, sir.
Understood? Okay. Therefore, from table 12.16 and page number it is 239. From that, the K value we have taken 1.59 and that is the standard one. Okay. After that is 1.3. The next value was 1.59. That's why I have taken. That is for steel. That you have to see. Steel and pinion is made up of steel and gear is also made up of steel and with a 20-degree full 20-degree full depth involute gear. Okay. Once you get this, okay, you need to mention the Brinell hardness number. How much is the Brinell hardness number for that? BHN for pinion. How much you have seen? Can anyone tell me?
350.
Brinell hardness number for gear. For pinion, it is 350. Okay. For gear,
300.
300. This is when K is equal to 1.599. Okay. Here you can see that if some of you are having any doubt in this 1.59 K, in this you can see that this is the Brinell hardness number 350 and this is 300. For pinion it is 350 and for gear it is 300. From that I have written this from table number 12.16 page number 239. Okay. Now you need to check whether the design is safe or not. For that reason, what is the formula for FW? Wear load is equal to, it is
D1
D1.
DQJ.
Yes.
Cost value.
D1 into B. How much is the B value? It is 56.213 into. After that, what is the next value? It is Q. Q it is calculated as 1.33 into. Next is K value. The value which you obtained from the data book you have to write. Okay, don't write this K value 1.43. Why? Because from the table, this is the standard one. This is the standard K value. Okay, whatever the K value, that is standard load stress factor which you obtained, this value has to be written. Okay, K divided by what is there below this? Cos square beta.
Cost square beta.
Cos square beta is 17.5. From this, tell me the wear load, how much you are going to obtain.
$13,143.10.
Yes, good. it is 13143.101 Newton. Okay, this is the K value which you are going to obtain. Okay, now you need to cross verify. Okay, you need to cross verify whether the wear load is greater than the dynamic load. Check. Wear load is 13,143. Okay, whereas dynamic load is 11,837. Means wear load is greater than dynamic load. Okay, and if you see the condition, okay, for this for the gears to be safe, okay, always wear load should be greater than the dynamic load. Therefore, in our case, FW is greater than FD. Wear load is greater than dynamic load. Therefore, you can write the statement: design is safe. This is how you need to calculate this. This is the complete problem. Okay, it will be asked for 20 marks, full marks. All of you understood? Do you have any doubt in this?
So what is the difference between face width and optimized face width?
See here, face width both are same. Okay, but while designing the worm gear, okay, you have to consider the optimized. Why? Because whatever the module is there, according to the module, you have to take down the value. Okay, whatever the B value previously were written, it depends upon the K value. Okay, B is equal to 20 mn. Okay. Whereas once you calculate the module, okay, after calculating the module, you will get the optimized. Okay, whatever the K value they have written, it is like for helical gear, it is 12.5 to 20 you have to take. Means, for example, if I am getting in between values, means for that also I have considered the same value, that is 20. But while designing, it should be optimized. For that reason, you have to consider the model. You have to use this formula. From this, we are going to get the optimized. But while calculating the induced and the allowable stress, okay, from this also, whatever the greater value is there, that has to be considered. If one value is getting it as 56 or the optimized value are getting it as 54.8, okay, in that, if you select the lesser value, in that case, you will be not designing for the best. Okay, whatever the available is there, for that you are designing. But if you see the B value from the allowable stress as well as the induced stress, the face width you should have 56, but you have selected 54. For that reason, you have to select the larger one. Think you understood this? Why I have taken optimized means I consider the module. Why? Because this face width is directly proportional to module. Here also you can see that the face width is directly proportional to module. Okay, but in this case, whatever the K value is there, we have taken in between to 12.5 to 20. In between that, you can take any value. But for our design purpose, helical, we have made it standard that I'll be using 20 only. Okay, from this, it is not the optimized face width. Now, from the module, I'll be taking the optimized. I think you understood now. Or still you are doubt?
No, sir, understood.
Sir, while calculating C for FD equation, sir, dynamic load, we have considered 12.13 table. Why not 12.14, sir? If we consider velocity as 6.2 something, we get error near about 0.05, sir. And if we consider that in table 12.12, we get C value near about means 100 less, 100 more, sir.
In this 12.13, while considering the velocity, your question was why we didn't consider this 12.14 table.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can consider this, and whatever the velocity is there, how much is the velocity which what we have obtained?
6.28, sir.
6.28. Correct?
Yes, sir.
6.28. If you take this 0.059, either you can use this module, okay, or you can use this. And for example, 6.2 means you have to take the next value, okay, that is 8. For 8, it is 0.05, okay, and in this table, it is 0.05 is not there, okay. You can take 0.04 value, and after that, you can do that, okay. I will solve this by using this, and I will check how much I'm going to obtain, okay. The next class, I will tell you. Okay, I will calculate this by using the table 12.14, okay, and I will tell you the value, how much I will be getting.
Okay, sir.
Any other doubts? Okay, it is almost 10:45. Okay, what I will do today? You have afternoon 2 o'clock. You have an exam. Okay, I will end the session today. Okay, and the further. Okay, I will continue the next class.